Fox News, U.S. fighter jets and attack helicopters targeting Iran, trying to take out the threats to oil shipping that have prices moving all over the place this morning. They were down and up, and now they're down again. President Trump urged our allies to help secure the Strait of Hormuz, but there is
a potential coalition of nations to make that happen would include the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Japan, and Canada. None of those nations, as of yet, though, planning to send military assets to the region. The number of ships entering and leaving that strait on a daily basis, by Tuesday, that number was down to zero.
Fox's Steve Harrigan near the Iran border in Armenia.
Iran, of course, continues to attack the energy infrastructure of its neighbors in the region, launching a fierce attack against Qatar. This after Israel attacked a major oil field in Iran.
Now, President Trump is urging Israel not to attack that gas field again, and the prime minister says they won't. The president also wants Congress to provide $200 billion to help fund the Iran conflict, now in day 21, calling it a small price to pay.
We want to have vast amounts of ammunition, which we have right now. We have a lot of ammunition, but it was taken down by giving so much to Ukraine.
But would Congress approve that new funding? Democrats oppose it and could possibly block it in the Senate. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calls the request unacceptable and ridiculous. The search is over for a missing American in Spain. University of Alabama student Jimmy Gracie went there on spring break. He's been found dead.
Dive teams recovered the 20-year-old's body from the water at a marina about 500 feet away from the nightclub where Gracie was last seen Tuesday. Spanish police had also found his wallet floating in the sea and recovered his cell phone during the arrest of another person, but it is still unclear what led to Gracie's disappearance and death.
That's Chanley Painter. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
For a 35th day, Homeland Security remains mostly unfunded, so essential workers keep working without pay, including TSA agents, though some haven't shown up, leading to some hours-long security lines.
Airport officials continue to urge passengers to arrive here 3 hours before their flights because of TSA staffing shortages. The absentee rate among the TSA workforce is averaging about 10% nationwide. That's up from 2% prior to the partial government shutdown.
Fox's Jonathan Seri at Atlanta's airport. Now, this DHS funding holdup is over a dispute in Congress, with Democrats demanding immigration enforcement reforms, angry over the Trump deportation agenda. In one controversial case, a reporter in Tennessee taken into ICE custody has been freed.
Stephanie Rodriguez is a journalist for the Spanish-language news website Nashville Noticias, arrested March 4th during a traffic stop. She's free on $10,000 bond set Monday by an immigration judge in Louisiana, where Rodriguez was in custody at an ICE processing center. According to court records filed by her attorney, Rodriguez fled Colombia in 2021 after receiving death threats related to her work as a journalist, entered the U.S. on a tourist visa, applied for asylum, and has a valid work permit. She's married to an American citizen and has a 7-year-old daughter. Homeland Security says she was arrested because that tourist visa expired in September 2021, and she missed check-in appointments. Her attorneys say it's retaliation for her reporting on ICE arrests. Chris Foster, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks may fall again. Dow and NASDAQ futures both down more than 100 points. The March Madness gets really mad today with 32 games. The NCAA women's college basketball tournament first round starts. The men's continues the day after some upsets to start that tourney. High Point beat a 5-seed Wisconsin. North Carolina, a 6-seed, blew a 19-point lead, lost to VCU in overtime. Another 6-seed, Texas, also lost, or BYU also lost, knocked out by Texas. And 2 number 1 seeds did win, Michigan and Duke. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. University of Illinois Police Department officer facing charges. It follows a reported domestic incident this week. Police say Joseph Cassidy, arrested Sunday in the 2800 block of Prairie Meadow Drive. He's since been released. The case has been referred to the state's attorney's office. Lawmakers in Springfield advancing a bill that would require private insurance plans to cover preventative heart scans for adults 40 and older when recommended by a provider. Sponsors say early detection critical, with heart disease remaining the leading cause of death in Illinois. The bill amended to exclude state employee health plans. Unofficial Illinois primary results show Muhammad voters currently rejecting a proposal to expand the public library with larger children's and teen spaces. Library director says programs for young people continue to outgrow the building, and the board will allow and explore other ways to pursue expansion. That comes up in the future. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Start us off. Hi, it's Diane, and
Hi.
Stevie J's here now.
Hi, my mic cord came off.
Becomes
weird.
unplugged in a weird way.
Do you keep track of your bracket, Greg, or not?
No. Christine is into that. Nah, I just sort of keep an eye on it.
All right,
But
Diane
she did say that the 5 and 12 combination, you got to watch that.
Well,
and look what happened last night.
Well, we had 2 11-6s. 11s beat the 6s.
That too, yeah.
2 of them. So 12-5s is fairly common. I don't know. Did 12-5 happen? Anyway, I looked at mine today. I graded mine. I got 14 out of 16, which I'm darn happy about.
That's great.
Very good. Well done.
I picked High Point over Wisconsin. Why?
How did Bucky Badger do on that?
They lost.
Yes.
High Point
I know,
beat.
yeah.
Well, the thing is the only thing I was going on is if they were playing somebody like Illinois or Michigan, good luck coin.
Yeah.
But they got beat soundly by bad teams.
That's right.
Well, High Point.
And Wisconsin's the team that knocked us out of the tournament, right? The championship
That's
for
it.
Big Ten, right?
They knocked us out, right? But they lost to Michigan on the last second shot. So they played great.
I know.
And you're looking at them, they got a 26-year-old point guard. He's really good. Nick Boyd.
I feel like it's 25.
29. Whatever, it's way old.
It is older than the average.
And the thing is
basketball
Wisconsin didn't play bad. It's High Point played great. Remember I talked about the sweaters and the CEOs?
Yep.
They bought a team.
That's right.
And frankly, so did everybody else. If you've got money, you can get really good players. You just have to make sure it all comes together. Anyway, it was I thought we were going to play North Carolina, but I picked VCU.
Okay.
It was a coin flip game, 2.5
That's
points.
right.
So VCU comes all the way from 19 down to beat North Carolina.
In overtime.
And don't think that's a great thing. Say Chattanooga together. Remember Chattanooga? Yeah, a 13, and we got to play them, and they claim they heard us really fired up in our locker room. I think it's rumor. But anyway, they came out, of course, beat us in the second round years ago. But who remembers?
Okay.
So this is going to be just as hard as you could imagine because they're on a roll. Some guy went nuts and got 30-some points and couldn't miss. That can happen.
Okay.
So VCU will give us everything. It might give us a glimpse of the quickness of Houston. And that could be next. Houston's got to play Texas A&M. It may not be that easy.
Around 6:50 tomorrow night, and then the women play at 8:30 against Colorado in Nashville. So.
Well, I suggest we start an hour early. The women start an hour later, so we can double header.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't know.
They'll take
Make some phone calls, okay?
I can make all kinds of suggestions, but nobody listens to me. Anyway, this is fun.
Here we are out of the gate, and
16 games, 16 more games. I'm glad we got a win. We're now in the final 32, and 16 more incredible games today, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It really is. St. Louis, Michigan plays St. Louis, and don't sleep on the Billikens.
Okay.
They beat Georgia last night by more points than has ever happened in the NCAA history of an 8-9. That's supposed to be a coin flip. They beat them by 30?
Uh-huh.
St. Louis pounded on Georgia. So I think St. Louis is one of those teams that you don't want to play like a Loyola, a Chicago kind of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They might be they probably should have been a higher pick in the brackets, but that's a bad matchup. Michigan's great, but I mean I just think I wouldn't want. There's a lot of teams I'd play, not St. Louis.
Well, and Ohio State didn't make it. So
yeah, I had Texas Tech. So
Okay.
I think I took a lot of Rob Judson's tips earlier.
Okay.
When Rob speaks, I listen.
That's right.
Anyway, fun stuff. Let's check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Soye. Our weather brought to you by Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, spring break in progress now, and make it fun for the kids by going to the Indoor Aquatic Center after 1:30 this afternoon. You can learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Yeah, I've driven through campus a couple of times this week.
Me too.
Love the kids.
Me
but
too.
Kind of fun to drive down 4th Street.
That's right.
It's okay.
And on Green Street.
Yeah, there's
Like,
that.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And some of the restaurants I'd like to visit, maybe even today.
But the total revenues for a campus business this week is $112. So congratulations.
I see.
Well, there wouldn't be much going on.
Right.
No.
Townies might show up.
The people that are working are grabbing lunch there because
There you
there's
go.
no line.
There you go. All right, it's our meteorologist, Greg Soye. Lovely, sir.
Yes, very delightful. We'll get ready to roll into the old springtime season here officially. 9:46 this morning, very much appropriately so. Weather today, a hint of summertime tomorrow. First of a couple of cool fronts on the move here. One Sunday, another one scheduled in here, probably some point late Thursday of next week. Not a lot of moisture expected. We made some degree of improvement to dryness and drought. Long ways to go still. And back to the west of us, boy, Plain States areas west of the Missouri, they'll be in the almost midsummer go of it around there with lots of low to mid-90s. It's the eastern flank of that southwestern states heat wave weather patterns. So it goes. For the day today, with temperatures out the door this morning, pretty mild into the upper 40s and lower 50s across east central Illinois, up to 75 today. Normal high at 52, partly sunny skies, just the slightest of a west-northwest wind. So get out and enjoy. You're granted the extended lunch hour today and then some. 46 tonight, tomorrow partly cloudy, summer-like warmth at around 80. Winds will turn gusty from the south and southwest for the afternoon, back down to 57 for tomorrow night, in a range between about 75, maybe area south of Champaign County for a time up around 80 on Sunday. But we'll get a cool front to come through the area, probably early afternoonish. Shift the winds around into the northwest, and maybe a slide on temperatures and a couple of sprinkles around, nothing more. Back to more seasonal levels Monday, 52. We start the warm up next Tuesday with lower 60s, getting going into the upper 60s next Wednesday, low 70s next Thursday, next chance of rain there, and then cooling back into the 50s for next week on Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I actually am happy for Nebraska getting their first NCAA win of all time.
Wow. I didn't realize it was the first one.
Never won in the NCAA tournament.
And a decisive win, 76-47 over Troy.
Yep. So that was good. Wisconsin's out. Who else is out here?
Well, Wisconsin and Ohio State.
Ohio State, that's right. Okay, we had 9 in there. There are 7 remaining. Michigan cruises. Illinois does cruise, although it was a battle in the first half. And as Brad says, body blows. And we got some Brad to play here in just a second. We got some
good.
Keaton Wagler to play. And I love the way Brad Underwood talks about how happy the whole team is for others.
Yes.
He says you're not threatened by the 2 freshman leaders. They are truly, they gave Merkovich the business in the locker room, jumping up and down.
Yep.
Because he
Let him slap the team name on the bracket.
Yep.
Progressing on in the NCAA tournament.
That's pretty cool. He had 29 points, 17 rebounds.
Yes.
Tied an NCAA record for a tournament game. But Merck had 10 at half, 10 rebounds at half. And Brad went in and apparently said, we got to give him some help. And then we just came out. It was 40-27. Then they made a 3 at the halftime buzzer, and then 40-30. You're going, yeah, okay. Well, I don't. And then we came out and ended up shooting. I think we were 5 for 20 from 3 in the first half. Ended up shooting 14 out of 35. I think it was 42% from 3.
Right.
You're going to have a hard time beating the Illini if they do that.
I want to say it was over 60 points in the second half.
65.
Oh, wow.
A college team getting. Clark Kellogg mentioned that. And they said we're so big, we rebound so well. Those are obviously the key sauce. Now, VCU's coming in. We're going to be bigger, but they're quick. So this is, if we were to win, it's probably going to be Houston. And Houston locks down on defense, and they're super quick, gets to the ball really quickly. I mean, it'll be a real challenge, but I think VCU will be a little like that. So it's going to be hard because we're not number one in quickness. We're not. We're big, and we go after it and play hard and give body blows and all of that. But we have to shoot the ball. But I tell you what, I was just going, man, oh, man, we don't need the 3. We can go inside on Penn. They can't stop Merkovich. They can't stop Thomas. We started going inside in the beginning of the second half, and then we blew them out.
Yeah.
And then they started making all the threes because they didn't have much stress, and it's wide open, and so we made them. But I tell you what, I'd pound that thing inside. Tomislav Isevic on the post, you throw it into him, he scores on a lot of guys. It's just closer to the basket. I like closer to the basket.
Yes.
But when we hit the three, we're going to be a very difficult out. But as we know, sometimes we don't.
This headline on ESPN is about Duke avoiding historic upset, stopping Siena in the NCAA tournament.
Down 14 points, down 14 with 15 to play or something.
Right.
I mean, Siena, you know what Siena did? They played 5 guys. I've never even heard of that. In an NCAA tournament game, has there ever been a team that never subbed anybody? So guess what? Into the game, they're short. All the shots were short. They lost their legs. They couldn't jump.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So they just pooped out because they didn't sub.
Well, how do you not sub? Have you ever heard of an NCAA tournament game where there was 0 substitutes?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
And who was it I was watching last night? They avoided tying Illinois in 1986 of not making one free throw in an NCAA tournament game. That happened against Alabama back in 1986. And whoever it was last night, maybe it was Penn. Penn had no free throws, had missed one, and then a kid made it with 8 seconds left to make a free throw to get off the snide. But so they're letting them play, folks, and as long as they let both teams play, let them play, I guess.
That's right. And for Illini, after VCU upset North Carolina, and they were so close as far as, bracket-wise, right? VCU's a number 11 seed.
11-6, but North Carolina had a 19-point lead.
Oh, well, the final was 83-78 in overtime.
Know that feeling because we've had 2 15-point leads in the last few weeks and lost both.
Mm-hmm.
So, so this game with the 3-point and going hog wild, it's not that uncommon.
That's right.
But North Carolina, that was a tough loss. They had the ball, and they lost it out of bounds with 5 seconds left. They went to overtime, and both teams struggled. Nobody scored for the first 2.5 minutes of overtime. No scoring.
Okay.
And then VCU got a big 3 by their hot kid. Man, it was a tough shot, too. The guy was in his face. Swish. Unreal.
6:50 tomorrow. So let's go Illini.
5:50, I thought.
Maybe.
Eastern 6:50?
Maybe,
I think it's
so.
5. Yeah.
Look
at 5:50. It's better to go early and not miss it.
Exactly.
I think it's 5:50.
I was thinking 6:50 is a little tight to our women at 8:30 starting.
I thought it was 5:50, but check my work.
Okay, and Nashville is where our women take on number 10 seed Colorado. So go Illini.
Yeah.
Big day for sports when it comes to our baseball team hosting Rutgers starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Northwestern is at Eichelberger Field for our softball team if you'd like to check that and get out there starting at 5 p.m. because the weather's just fabulous for these softball games.
Go support the softball and baseball teams because it's not going to be better than this.
Right.
This is perfect. 70s. Man.
Didn't really talk much about Michigan State beating North Dakota State 92-67 decisively.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we mentioned the Siena and Michigan game, too.
Yeah. Michigan advances, so does Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have both pretty far in the pool.
And Nebraska moves on.
Yep. And Illinois. All right, weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you, they're always looking for good members of the team. If you feel a calling towards healthcare, you can visit carlhealth.org/careers.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Nice go of it here going forward over the next several days. A surge of spring, if not early summer-like warm. Bit of a cool down expected into early next week, and we'll ramp it up temperature style here to follow. In the meantime, maybe a sprinkle off east of Champaign County here for the next couple of hours. Partly to mostly sunny midday and afternoon. 66 at the high with a light southeast to south breeze. Overnight lows tonight down to 48. Tomorrow springtime clocks in at 9:46 in the morning Central Time, and in a seasonally mild play hooky afternoon type of day, partly sunny and 74. 40s tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, partly cloudy warm. We'll have to 73 on Saturday, 77 on Sunday. Can't rule out a couple of sprinkles coming along morning and afternoon as a cold front comes on by. We'll turn the winds into the north and northeast after 77 on Sunday. We cool to just 48 on Monday, but then back to the 50s Tuesday, 60s Wednesday, low 70s. Next Thursday, a couple of showers at that point as well. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm Beetlejuice Greg Solier.
Would you like to play around? The University of Illinois Golf Course at 800 Hartwell Drive in Savoy is ready for you. Get your season pass and find out about their junior golf program. Check out the bi-weekly videos from the Orange and Blue course on the new YouTube channel. The U of I Golf Course is open to do golf outings for charities you're passionate about. Connect with Mike Wallner and visit uofigolf.com. Cheering on our Illini to go deep in their postseason as we prepare for our bracket challenge at Stevie J Broadcasting.
This is the Fox Business Report.
It's looking like another losing week for the S&P 500 as crude oil prices remain elevated, though Bank of America Global Research says a lot of people have been investing despite the Iran conflict. BOA says investors poured more than $62 billion into stocks, $23 billion into cash, $10 billion to bonds, and $1 billion into crypto in the last week. They pulled $4.5 billion from gold. Gold was trading over the $5,000 mark. It's now in the $4,600 range. FedEx says the Mideast situation is not keeping people from shipping packages. It reported a record holiday profit and says global demand's holding up, though it will be impacted if customers pull back. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013, 800-444-2013, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future, because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. Good feeling, a relief more than anything, right? I mean, you're playing a 14 seed and you're a 3. You're supposed to win. And they were Illinois was 25-point favorites and covered. So that's not easy.
We had brought up the substitution, and Rick had mentioned no subs by DePaul against Larry Bird's 79 Indiana State team.
I think it was a Final Four game, and Terre Haute, home of Indiana State and Larry Bird, went on to play Michigan State and Magic Johnson. When Eddie hit the shot, we beat Magic Johnson in 1979, and that was a heck of a game. It was close. I can't
imagine those. I mean, you just need, even if it's a tiny water break and a reset on your leg.
And it's also saying, excuse my French, but you're saying, you guys all suck. I'm staying with these guys. Right? I mean, what does it tell your guy? What's your sixth man feeling? Am I next? Dude. You're next, but you ain't getting in.
Right.
What?
And, it's essentially the last game or whatever. I've never. I guess it happens.
Well, in 1979, Jimmy Carter was president, so that's how often it happens that nobody has a substitute. So Siena had a big lead. You're just thinking, I don't know maybe that's what they do. I don't know.
Right.
All right, 217-359-2255 if you would like to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line. Brad Underwood, it wasn't easy to find stuff because everything is so scripted in the NCAA.
I know.
Well, they had Keaton talking, they had David talking, and so did Brad Underwood.
Well, I thought a couple things were vital in this game. I thought the first half we did a really, really nice job on power. I thought Kylan was absolutely phenomenal in that. He gave up the last 3 right before the half, which I wasn't very happy with. But his touches were very hard. I thought our process was very good in the first half. We just didn't make a lot of shots. That's where this guy came in. I thought he was the best player on the court tonight, especially in the first half. His physicality, 10 rebounds in a half, and 17 points. And again, we talk about those being our daily vitamins. Is the rebounding piece, and 28-14 advantage at half, and then it was just delivering body blows. And then I thought Keaton just did an excellent job. They were very physical with him, tried to take him out of it. Every time some team has done that, we've kind of had the opposite effect. He gets everybody else going, and then we made shots in the second half. So very pleased. It beat a great Penn team, a guy that I talked about before the game. I have so much admiration for. I thought they played very, very hard, very physical, and had a spectacular year, and I couldn't be any happier for Fran and his family. That's a nice ball team, and congratulations on their season, and just happy to escape it.
You will not find probably a longer exchange of congratulatory moments.
I saw, and even a hug at the end.
Yeah, a big hug, like family reunion, see you next year hug. I mean,
I know.
He likes Fran McCaffrey, and Fran likes him.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're friends.
They're very,
for sure.
I think they're pretty close. So it must not. If you have a guy you really like, you're going to try and beat his brains out on the court, but you're also, feel a little bit like, dang it, he's a good guy. I hate it, but you're competing.
Heck yeah.
But
I thought the comments he made were spot on. After the game.
But just talking, they had to talk for 30 seconds. That's a long time on a handshake line.
That's right.
Brian Teague, Chicago State of Mind Sports. This question is for Keaton. Keaton, you obviously have racked up a lot of accolades this offseason. Just wanted to get your thoughts just on Merck and just the chemistry you guys have built together as freshmen.
Yeah, Merck.
This is very nice what Keaton Wagler says about his fellow freshman. Very nice.
I think all year he's been one of the best freshmen in the country, really. With this loaded freshman class that we have, I think that, he's been kind of like overshadowed a little bit. We see, every day in practice, and in the games, he does all the little stuff for us. He rebounds, plays physical, plays hard all the time. And I think tonight he just showed, what he's capable of. I'm super proud of him for, how he came out here in this big stage and how he played. And, he set the tone for us, having 10 rebounds in the first half. Coach came in, he was like, we got to help him out a little bit on the glass there. And he really set the tone for us.
You had a difficult time getting going in the first half. You did a lot better in the second half, especially in the first 10 minutes of the second half. What was the key to getting yourself going?
Yeah, I think it was just, just continue to play how I was playing, really. I think, I got good shots in the first half, but, they just weren't falling. And I got the same shots in the second half, and they were. So it was just, staying confident, just keep playing how I was playing, moving the ball, and good things were happening.
Right here, left.
Tyler Cottingham, lineandboard.com for David. David, you typically bring the same intensity that you tonight that you brought most of the season. What was the difference tonight that allowed you to really impact the game like you did in that first half?
I would say the ball is like kind of a magnet to me.
I mean, that's what I do every day, even practices and on games. I just crash the board trying to bring that physicality, and balls on offensive glass were just like magnets to me. They were, because I was crashing, and I got a lot of easy points on the rim, and that's what got me going, and whole team, and just that.
I'd say, since Keaton said it's a loaded freshman class, Keaton Wagler's not going to be the number one pick. Why not come back and be the number one pick next year? Huh?
Yeah, I love that.
Can you spend $1 million in NIL money?
And like I said,
why don't we just?
He knows where everything. He can build his strength with. Just the facilities are terrific. Just stay.
He can keep doing homework and chem lab and all those fun things.
Who wants to be in the NBA?
Who wants
with all those guys roughing you up in the paint?
Yeah. It'd be like the old Mary Tyler Moore show when Lou's trying to keep Ted to be a newsman. Keaton, $20 million. $40 million. because it's an enormous amount of money you cannot turn down.
That's
and
right.
maybe David's going. I don't know. If you're not in the first round, you don't go. And what are they going to do? Play in Europe? Oh, they've done that. So we'll see. I mean, it's a little too early to talk about who's coming back, but hopefully we won't be talking about it till April.
That's right.
After the national championship win.
I'm so glad we won.
Me
now
too.
let's win again on
Let's
Saturday.
Go. VCU. We still can't find out if it's 6:50.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We'll do that next. Okay, stand by.
PDR Automotive in Urbana has been providing quality auto repair service for almost 50 years. Trusted by AAA Motor Club, PDR employs ASE certified technicians that use the latest in diagnostic equipment. They offer nationwide warranties and are even authorized to perform vehicle maintenance that won't void your factory warranty. Check them out 24/7 online at pdrauto.com. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The price of crude oil down right now under $95 a barrel as Iran is firing at key sites of neighboring Gulf states. President Trump's Energy Secretary Chris Wright.
It's a rough conflict to go through, but it is very, very necessary.
He joined Mornings with Marie on Fox Business discussing the release of oil from the nation's strategic petroleum reserve.
To flow oil into the market to displace some of the barrels not coming out of the Straits of Hormuz. That'll occur over the next few months.
The White House insists any pain Americans feel at the gas pump will be temporary. But how long is temporary? That's anyone's guess, as we have seen international crude prices jump more than 50% in the last 3 weeks alone.
That's Fox's Mark Meredith. The conflict stopping tankers from sailing through the Strait of Hormuz, where about a fifth of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas passes. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. About 450 students at the University of Illinois relocated to other housing on campus after a big flood at Snyder Hall over the weekend. University said the hall flooded Sunday, severely impacting critical building systems like electricity, elevators, water heaters, and card access systems. New mural project happening in Champaign County. It'll soon beautify an outside wall of the Turner Building in downtown Urbana. The city and the North 40 Arts Council collaborating to make it happen. 5 artists from all over the country are finalists to see whose work will go up on the wall. New Digestive Health Center coming to Champaign. It aims to expand access to specialized care in the region. Health leaders say the facility will help reduce wait times and give patients more local options for screenings, diagnostics, and long-term treatment. They say the center will fill a major gap in services for Champaign-Urbana and surrounding communities. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, delightful spring, if not early summer-like environs expected to build for the next several days. Pretty snappy cool-off, but back to seasonal temperatures for early next week, and another warming trend sets in thereafter. Heading towards a partly sunny morning, a sun-filled afternoon, a sprinkle off east of Champaign County. Afternoon temps top out at around 66 and a bit of a south-southeasterly wind. Mild tonight, down to 48. Tomorrow, springtime, clocks in 9:46 in the morning with an unseasonably mild to warm day with partly to mostly sunny skies and a high up to 74. Cloudiness at 47 tomorrow night. Another partly cloudy, delightfully mild Saturday. Highs up to 73 there. 77 on Sunday. More clouds at times, maybe a couple of sprinkles coming along. We'll turn the winds into the north. Sunday night into Monday. A cool off to more seasonal highs Monday of about 48 degrees, but then ramping back up into the 50s on Tuesday. 60s on Wednesday. Lower 70s and a chance for a couple of showers next Thursday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Ride in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like new condition, so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
All right, 7:35 on Friday. This is March 20, and we are still alive in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, baby.
105-70. It was 40-30 at half, and then we pounded it inside, which I love the close shots.
Yes.
And plus, that team wasn't going to stop us inside at all. And then we made all our threes, pretty much. 70% shooting, I think, in the second half. Scored 65 points in the second half. 105-70 over Penn. And now we are ready for VCU tomorrow night. It is 6:50 Central, 10 till 7 on what are the channels? Is it CBS?
CBS.
Wow, we got the featured
I know.
game.
Big time, baby.
Well, Johnny's in New Orleans. Merkovic tied a NCAA record. Most rebounds in a game was 17. And, Fighting Line, I feel relief. I'm happy, but I feel it's just such a stressful exercise, this thing, because everybody in it is good.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Well, it was stressful because the first half was one of the most horrifying sports events I've ever seen. I don't think we would have been ahead of any of the other 67 teams in the tournament after the first half. You saw Siena, you saw Ohio, you saw High Point, and we just didn't. We had nothing but fits and starts, and missed a lot of shots, and didn't take it in the first half as much. Although Mirkovic did, he carried us. But
yeah, boy, he's good.
There was no flow in offense. Let's just face it. And these guys were, they were an Ivy League team that made it because they won their tournament. Interesting trivia: the Ivy League only has 4 teams in their conference tournament.
Oh, that's it, huh? Wow.
Yeah,
Final Four. We made it.
so they were somebody we could beat, and I thought we did so much better the second half. I think bring VCU on, but then VCU's good beat North Carolina. So now it starts, Steve.
Yeah. Well, it's good to get to one under your belt because certainly Ohio State did not, and Wisconsin did not. So it's I picked High Point to win. I only missed 2 of these darn first round games. I did quite well. High Point, I just looked at Wisconsin saying they've lost the games. And there's no way they should lose some of the teams they lost to, but they got up for the big one. Mm-hmm. So if they were going to play a big game, then I would really think Wisconsin had a great chance because they're incredible guard play. But anyway, off we go, and we will see. But I tell you, St. Louis beat Georgia. I think it's the worst loss ever in an 8-9 game. They won by like 30-plus points.
Ooh.
And nobody's ever done that in an 8-9 game. And St. Louis plays Michigan now, and the Billikens are good.
Well, Siena really did have Duke on the ropes.
Yeah,
all the way
sure.
to the last
Really
3 or 4 minutes. And that was a 16-1 again.
How do you play for the first time since 1979? How do you play a game with only 5 players with no substitutes? It happened to DePaul lost to Terre Haute and Indiana State's Larry Bird in the semis. 1979, the last time somebody didn't sub in a game. How can your players do? They couldn't, right? They can't.
They can't. So they lost. But,
right.
They gave a heck of a run, but that they would have won the game if they could have given those guys a little rest. So,
but St. Louis ended up beating Georgia 102-77.
Oh, so it wasn't 30. Anyway, it was a lot, and it's Georgia. It's supposed to be a coin flip game.
Yeah.
St. Louis is good, and Ed Martin.
That's Eddie Martin. Where is he? Come on, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie texted us last night, said something's come up. He can't be on. He's the pardon attorney for Donald Trump. I can't imagine he could write a little book and I'd read it too. I'd like to know what happens and how that all works, and I would trust what he was saying.
Well, I got to tell you, he's a buddy of mine, but he's always using being party attorney and director of law there for Trump as well as associate attorney general as an excuse. So.
That's right. Well, all right. So I want to play a couple of unique clips for Johnny today. This one's a little longer, but it's Tucker Carlson, who's been taking a beating as a conspiracist kind of guy. I still like him, but is what he says true? And I'm going to play this for you, Johnny. This is up your ballywick, and see what you think. We'll fact check Tucker Carlson. Here you go.
If you look at what happened to Richard Nixon, which I, of course, did not understand at all, Richard Nixon was taken out by the FBI and CIA, and with the help of Bob Woodward, who was a Washington Post reporter who had been a naval intelligence officer working in the White House, working in the Nixon White House. And then he shows up like a year later, and he's this brand new reporter. He'd never been a journalist at all. He's a naval intel officer. The famous Bob Woodward we all revere. And he's at the Washington Post, and somehow he gets the biggest story in the history of the Washington Post. He's the lead guy in that story. Well, I worked at a newspaper. I've been in the news business my whole life. That is not how it works. You don't take a kid like his first day from a totally unrelated business and put him on the biggest story. But he was. He was that guy. And who is his main source for Watergate? Oh, the number 2 guy at the FBI. Oh, so you have the naval intelligence officer working with the FBI official to destroy the president. Okay, so that's a deep state coup. What else? How would you describe that? If that happened in Guatemala, what would you say? And yet the way it was framed and the way that I accepted for decades was, oh, this intrepid reporter fought power. No. This intrepid reporter, Bob Woodward, was a tool of power, secret power, which is the most threatening kind, to bounce the single most popular president in American history, Richard Nixon, from office before the end of his term and replace him with who? Oh, Gerald Ford, who sat on the Warren Commission. Now, how did Gerald Ford get to be Richard Nixon's vice president? Well, because Carl Albert, the Democrat Speaker of the House, told him, you must choose him. We will only confirm him when they sent the actual elected vice president away for tax evasion, Spiro Agnew of Maryland. So you have a complete setup, like an absolute. Gerald Ford, the only unelected president in American history, actually sat on the Warren Commission. Something else that I accepted at face value until I looked at it and I was like, that's completely insane. You didn't want to interview Jack Ruby in your investigation of the assassination? Okay, you're fake. Yeah, he was on the Warren Commission. And so, sorry for the long story, but the point is, like that happened in front of all of us, but the way it was framed cloaked the obvious reality of it. The people who broke into the Watergate office building, from which the name is taken, Watergate, I think it was 6 of them or 7 of them, all but one was a CIA employee.
All right, Johnny, a lot to unpack here. Firstly, he said most popular president, Richard Nixon, not by votes. He got 47 million votes back in those days. However, he did get 60%. I don't know if anybody's had 60% of the popular vote.
Yeah, I would flag most popular president in history. But he was doing a pretty good job. And
this is 72 after he got reelected. That's right.
That's correct.
Okay.
And they had the boys from the CIA broke into the Watergate Hotel to get some data from the Democratic Party, which nothing compared to the safe server Hillary was using and all that stuff that happened. Yeah. Compared to that, Watergate was nothing because they didn't get anything, but they did break in and they got caught. And then Nixon tried to cover it up. And then they just kept coming. But it's interesting. I didn't know Woodward was an intel guy. Yeah. That I didn't know. Yeah. And it's interesting mostly to me because of the connections back to the Kennedy assassination. And so, E. Howard Hunt was in Dallas. Okay, he was there. And he led the team into the Watergate. But yeah, and it had something to do with that, and I think they leveraged Nixon. He said, this is all going to come out. You got to go.
Wow.
And you also had Republicans that were telling, we're going to vote to impeach. You're going to get thrown out. We're going to actually come up with 67 votes. So
wow.
As far as conspiracy to get Dick out, I have no idea. That I know about the a lot of the facts about that assassination, which is not really a conspiracy. It's like John Kennedy said, we got to find new conspiracy theories. All the old ones turned out to be true.
Wow.
So that's what John Kennedy of Louisiana said.
Yes.
Not John Kennedy was shot.
Right.
But yeah, so that's Tucker, huh? I used to watch Tucker.
Well, I did too, and he has his own television or podcast, the internet. I think it's pretty big. He was on Joe Rogan when he said that. Here's a 217 texter says, I read a book by Nixon personal attorney, and it matches Tucker's story. John Dean was the snake.
Yeah.
John Dean was the snake, is what he says.
Well, he was part of the whole thing. That was quite an interesting, what a deal. Gee, man, I'll never forget. That's all they ran on television. And it was quite a momentous thing. And Gerald Ford, he was on the Warren Commission. Does he know? I think he actually thought Oswald Scott Kennedy, and I'm going to give him a pass because he played center for Michigan with a soft helmet. So I'm going to give him a break on that one.
Right. All right, so that's this is another clip, rather random. Mark Wayne Mullen really got into it with Rand Paul the other day, and this Mark Wayne, he's a senator that's been picked to take over for Kristi Noem.
Yeah, good man, Mark Wayne.
Well, here's Mark Wayne telling a story. The 2-1 texter comes back and says it was Dean's operation. Interesting, John Dean.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, but that guy was up in it, and he turned. Wasn't it the Pentagon Papers? I don't know, Stevie. It's been a long time. That was actually
60 years.
early 70s.
Right, and Stephen was recommending a book saying that Tucker Carlson is a dummy, but mentioned in a book to contribute to all this. Daniel Ellsberg was the important reporter for the Nixon stuff.
But it was Woodward and Bernstein and all the president's men and glamorized the story with that movie. All right, here's Mark Wayne Mullen. This is more to tell you about Donald Trump, which people will do body English and throw up when they hear this story. But this is a true story about the president.
It's not about President Trump, it's about my son. So my son was a really world-class athlete, and January 17th of 2020, which mind you was an election year, he had a really serious brain injury. Woke up 26 hours later and he's a different kid. We almost lost him for 26 hours. He had extremely low pulse. There was a time they thought that they lost his pulse altogether. And when he woke up, he was just different. I mean, here he had a world-class athlete that wrestled all over the world since he was 12 years old, and he couldn't touch his nose. He couldn't walk without shuffling his feet. He had short-term memory loss. He couldn't control his muscles, couldn't add 5+3. He was in high school at that time, had to learn how to read, walk, everything. And the president found out about it, and he gave me a call immediately. And one thing that the president joked about was, he said, let me get this straight. He doesn't know who you and Kristi are, but he knew who I was because the only question you got right is who the president was. And he said, Trump, with this cocky grin on his face. But the president didn't understand the severity of it, but he heard it in my voice, and immediately he went to work. I told him we had to get to Bakersfield, California, to the Center for Neural Skills, which is one of the best neural rehabilitation places in the world. And the president offered to send his plane, his personal plane. This is the president of the United States. And I said, sir, we can't fly. We got to drive. We get there, and he called almost every day for 2 weeks checking on Jim. And then he says, I'm going to come see him. And now this is the middle of the election. This is Bakersfield, California. Really not an area he's got to go campaign. He took the time to come up there and see Jim. And the center told us that the short-term memory loss something would trigger it. Some big event would eventually trigger where he'd start retaining stuff. Until then, he was still having issues. And the president arrived, and of course there was cameras and everybody around, and of course none of the media ever talked about it, which was funny because the president called him on stage and talked to him. And then we went to the back, and the president didn't talk to me. He didn't know I was in, he didn't even care if I was in the room. Here's a guy that's been over, and his tie is about as long as my son because my son's, it stunted his growth, and so he's 5'3" the rest of his life. And his team came to him twice and said, sir, we got to go. On the third time they came over to him, he looked at him and he says, hey, I guarantee you that plane won't leave without me. For the next 15 minutes, he did nothing but love on my son. That one incident jogged his memory. And from then on, he started retaining things. And Jim's attitude went from this, we're going to get through it, to this, I'm going to get through it. And every week, if not most days, the president would call and ask how he could help. Ask how's his buddy doing? How's Jim doing? He didn't do it for publicity. He didn't do it for any show. He was running in one of the toughest elections he had been in, and the guy was still that concerned about my son. When we got released for a little bit, we had to go back. When we got released a little bit, the president said, "Come to Mar-a-Lago and see me." We go down there, and it's amazing. And when we're leaving, dang it, I hate getting emotional. See, if I talk about my kids, I get emotional. Other than that, you can't make me cry. But my kids do make me emotional.
That's actually good.
Yeah. So, anyways, he grabbed my son and he said, "Do you know why I love your dad? Do you know why I love your dad?" Chrissy tells the story better than I do. And he goes, "No, sir." He goes, "Because he loves you. Because of you. Because of you." Man, he didn't do it for any other reason. I mean, here's the President of the United States, and he did it just because he cared. And so when you want to say why he's a friend, yeah, we were acquaintances before that. We've been friends ever since.
The American people need to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's powerful, isn't it?
Well, I don't. Yeah, and I it saddens you to think that you'd have never heard that on a regular news show, because that's big news, really, if you're president. Just does something like that. It makes you feel better. Never. They'll cover that, they'll stump that, and then they'll call Mark Wayne a liar. So
Had you heard that story?
I never.
No. Well,
but I've heard things about Trump like that, and I don't know how much of a multitasker can you be?
I don't know. I don't. No, it's Johnny. He's 79. Unbelievable.
Well, and it's just there's other stories like that.
Yeah,
He just does things like that.
Okay,
and that's pretty touching.
It's very touching. Had my eyes a little wet. So here's finally. You probably have heard this. It's worth playing again. It's about the man in the middle cross. Alistair Begg is his name. He's a minister, I think, from Ireland, but he's head pastor at Parkside in Cleveland.
This, for real, I think, might be the greatest 3 minutes of preaching that has ever occurred that I've seen. Wow. From a dude named Alistair Begg. You're going to hear it in a second. He's Scottish. Makes him sound real awesome. Sounds like Braveheart's preaching the gospel to you. It's real great.
So that to go to the old Fort Lauderdale question, if you were to die tonight and you were getting entry into heaven, what would you say? If you answer that, and if I answer it in the first person, we've immediately gone wrong. Because I believed, because I have faith, because I am this, because I am continuing. Loved ones, the only proper answer's in the third person, because he. Think about the thief on the cross. And what an immense, I can't wait to find that fellow one day to ask him, how did that shake out for you? Because you were cussing the guy out with your friend. You'd never been in a Bible study. You never got baptized. You didn't know a thing about church membership, and yet you made it. You made it. How did you make it? That's what the angel must have said. Like, what are you doing here? Well, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, because I don't know. Well, excuse me, let me get my supervisor. You go get the supervisor ranger. So, just a few questions for you. First of all, are you clear on the doctrine of justification by faith? The guy said, I never heard of it in my life. And what about, let's just go to the doctrine of Scripture immediately. This guy's just staring. And eventually in frustration, he says, on what basis are you here? And he said, the man on the middle cross said, I can come.
The man on the middle cross said, I could come. Wow. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith. This is not of your own doing. It is the gift of God.
Amazing, isn't it?
And that's my whole theology, actually, the second rubber theology, which is to me one of the more powerful things in the entire Bible. It wasn't random. Jesus wasn't like, who's this guy? He was making a point, which is all you have to do is believe. And it doesn't matter what you've done. Actually, it doesn't matter what you've done, which is a good thing. A lot of us don't get to vote on that. There wouldn't be anybody up there. So,
that's right.
But that's it. And that's the whole message. the 7 things that Jesus said was a recap of his whole ministry. So I do pay attention more to the things he actually said than anything else. So, but I need some help with some, perspective and interpretation too. But that's a great bit. I had not heard that.
Oh,
before.
you hadn't? Okay, it's Alistair.
Good time for Easter.
Yeah, you bet.
Coming up on Palm Sunday.
Yep.
Let me get my supervisor.
Right.
How did you make it? Because he said I could come.
That guy knew about it too. Was the other guy in the middle said I could come?
Yeah, no, it's a great one, and it is a great example of just what's available. A piece that transcends all understanding is available to everybody. Johnny, always a pleasure, and we will see if the Illini, if the Illini don't win Saturday, I will not be playing the wonderful NCAA March Madness theme for another year.
Right.
So I'll be done.
Well, I think they can do it. I may not watch it for health reasons, but I'm behind them all the way.
You see the game now for health reasons. I couldn't.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's
stressful.
It's just stressful. It's fun to watch every other game, but Illinois, just your body English, and I didn't sit down to it.
It's not. You think Illinois because we're Illini centered.
Right.
But it's everybody. Look at the Duke fans. They're going,
Yeah, for sure.
What about Wisconsin?
Oh.
And who did High Point beat? Was it Wisconsin?
It was Wisconsin.
Yeah.
83-82.
Yeah.
And there's other upsets. Look at North Carolina for crying
Yeah,
out
I know.
loud.
No,
They're
I
like,
know.
gee, many
Oh,
Christmas.
boy.
That's an 11 seed.
What are they saying in Chapel Hill on the radio this morning? Holy cow, man! I think that the Hubie Brooks, is that his name? Hubie? No, what's his name? The coach of North Carolina, probably on the hot seat. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, but I can tell you this: I probably will watch the game. But if it's North Carolina, I honestly don't know if I could.
Yeah,
I couldn't have even watched North Carolina, Illinois right now. It's too soon. It's too soon.
That's right. Well, we'll have fun leading up to the Sweet 16 if we can get through that thing. So I know it's going to be hard, and the guys are going to make crazy threes on us. I know that, all that stuff. So
well, I think if we just watch our possessions a little more, we still have 3 or 4 squandered possessions. Those are those quick, not very good threes.
Yeah.
I think they'll still do them. Maybe we'll make them, but we shouldn't shoot them. And it could come down to a free throw. So
no, I know.
You know how these games are.
I know. So, well, Johnny, pleasure.
It's been fun watching them, but man, it can be traumatic.
You have a Brother Johnny fan club out there. There are a lot of people who appreciate your insights and smartness. And I still quote you when I say you're about the smartest person I ever met. And he quickly said, "Well, that's a shame." That's what Johnny told me.
Exactly.
Anyway, appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Dan.
Brother Johnny down in New Orleans,
Text
ESPN
coming
93.5. Yeah.
359-2255, talking about tears in our eyes after that story.
Yeah, go to the...
if you don't have tears in your eyes, there must be something wrong with you.
No, those are touching. And yet the Mark Wayne Mullen and Donald Trump calling daily. Does he remember that? Does he tell Susie, remind me to call? How does his scheduling work? He's got 100 things going on, from taking somebody in a jersey celebrating a championship to talking about Iran and the next steps and the stuff it's just unbelievable. It really is. It's superhuman to me because of his age. I just don't see any slippage. And yet the negative, gosh darn. I mean, he's not who you think he is, but you're never going to change your mind because you've been absolutely mesmerized for 10 years at the hits on him and how bad he is and how evil he is and all the people he's hurt and all the... I don't think you're right about that. I think this is a great example of this guy, Mark Wayne Mullen, senator from Oklahoma, trying to be Homeland Security Director, Secretary of Homeland Security, and just overwhelmed by his kindness and the fact that it jogged his son's memory to be able to kind of come back.
No, I'm sure glad he shared the story.
No, me too. And I said, I've never heard this. Nobody else has it. Listen to me anyway. All right, news coming up. Thank you for listening. That's Diane Ducey.
It's Friday.
I'm Stevie J. More NCAA and Brad and some Keaton Wagler. We'll play some of that next. Don't go away.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell. They solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service, Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Trying to take out the threats to oil shipping. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what the U.S. keeps doing on day 21 of Operation Epic Fury.
The Pentagon announcing it is now deploying the venerable A-10 Warthog, the 50-year-old warhorse beloved by ground troops for years, armed with this massive 30-millimeter chain gun that spits out nearly 4,000 rounds a minute of depleted uranium, probably the only uranium the Trump administration wants to see in Iran. It is targeting Iran's small Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps gunboats along Iran's southern coast right now.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Dubai.
Now, despite more than 7,000 American airstrikes on Iran over the past 3 weeks, a country more than twice the size of Texas, attacks against energy facilities throughout the Middle East continue. Early this morning, multiple Iranian drones hit a Kuwaiti oil refinery, causing a partial shutdown.
Now, oil prices were up earlier. Now they're down modestly. Gas, though, up another 3 cents today. AAA's national average for regular $3.91 a gallon, almost $1 more than a month ago. President Trump wants Congress to provide $200 billion in new funding for the Iran conflict.
It's a small price to pay to make sure that we stay tippy-top.
But Democrats may block that funding in Congress. The Senate's minority leader calls it ridiculous. Now an update on Jimmy Gracie, the University of Alabama student who went to Spain on spring break, found dead in the water near Barcelona Beach after disappearing early Tuesday.
The family says they want to better understand how this happened. How did Jimmy end up in the water? Was he alone? Police have yet to answer those questions, but this morning they do tell us that at this point, all the evidence they have points to it being an accidental death, and they don't suspect that any kind of foul play was involved.
Fox's Garrett Tenney. Winter will finally go away next hour, but as spring starts, it's like summer in the Southwest. Triple-digit heat forecast again the day after it hit 110 near Martinez Lake, Arizona, the hottest March temperature ever recorded in the U.S. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
There's no end in sight yet to the Republican-Democrat standoff in Congress that has Homeland Security mostly unfunded. So as essential workers keep going unpaid, some TSA agents aren't showing up to do airport security, making it frustrating for passengers. Fox Business's Darren Botello is at Washington's Reagan Airport.
These lines are unpredictable. We've seen it all day, and we've been seeing it for days at airports all across the country. We've been seeing long lines, people waiting for hours, because really the shutdown is finally getting to a breaking point. We're watching a massive spike here with the TSA agents calling out sick. We're talking about 1 in 10 agents nationwide not showing up for work. And to put that into perspective there, that's 5 times the normal rate. In places like Atlanta and Miami, it's even worse.
There's movement in California to dishonor Cesar Chavez, removing the late labor and civil rights leader's name from a day that had been in his honor because of sexual abuse allegations surfacing long after Chavez's death.
L.A. Mayor Karen Bass signing a proclamation to change the last Monday of March to Farm Workers' Day.
This is a difficult day.
This amid allegations farm worker activist Cesar Chavez, who died in 1993, sexually abused girls, and the co-founder of the United Farm Workers of America Union, Dolores Huerta. The now 95-year-old telling the New York Times she was pressured and forced to have sex and got pregnant twice.
I hope we take a minute and reflect on that pain that she has held for decades, but the courage and the sacrifice that she made. And I look forward to talking to her to let her understand how much we regard and respect her.
Bass says she's in touch with the Chavez family and they support the renaming decision. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks may drop again. Dow futures down more than 100 points the day after hitting a new low for the Dow for the year. And if you like college basketball, you'll love today. There are 32 games as the men's NCAA tournament first round continues and the women's tourney begins. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Unofficial Illinois primary results show Muhammad voters currently rejecting a proposal to expand the public library with larger children's and teen spaces. Library director says programs for young people continue to outgrow the building, and the board will allow and explore other ways to pursue expansion. That comes up in the future. University of Illinois Police Department officer facing charges and follows a reported domestic incident this week. Police say Joseph Cassidy arrested Sunday in the 2800 block of Prairie Meadow Drive. He's since been released. The case has been referred to the state's attorney's office. Lawmakers in Springfield advancing a bill that would require private insurance plans to cover preventative heart scans for adults 40 and older when recommended by a provider. Sponsors say early detection critical, with heart disease remaining the leading cause of death in Illinois. The bill amended to exclude state employee health plans. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, good morning, Friday. It's the 20th, and here we are, March Madness. I told you, I said in January, you just wait a short month in February, we get to March, it's Madness. And
here we are.
And what is it, 75-ish or something?
Right.
What's this weather guru?
Forecast high today. Yes, sir.
Wow, I got a vest on. I'm about to take it off for the season, maybe. I don't know.
No. We'll be back at it. Yeah.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Okay, well, we know it's just nice to have days like
I had somebody post, I'm getting ready for the weather. There was like lemonade and hot chocolate, and there was boots, and there was sandals, and there was all the opposite things that we need. I mean, I am in sandals today, but I did need boots on Monday.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
Exactly.
But it's just that time of year when, and I just always offer the question: would we really be this jacked if we didn't endure winter? Probably not, because it's just the same.
Yeah.
So I got stopped at the grocery yesterday, and a longtime listener, saying I don't know what Greg says at the end of his weathers, and I think he just wasn't understanding meteorologist, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, meteorologist Greg Solgate. That's me.
That's
weather forecaster.
So I'm going to text him and say, I shall find out that answer. And then I listen and say, well, he says meteorologist.
Meteorologist.
He had gone so far as to tape it and try to decipher it. And I was laughing and going, wow, I'll find out. I'll get the answer for you, all right? We will confirm this in text and let you know. But it's there are people.
I'll work on my diction this weekend.
There you go. And it's a little bit of a mouthful. Meteorologist.
It's a big word.
And when I see the clock ticking down on the old cool edit Adobe Edition thing, and don't want to compress it too much.
Probably get away with saying I'm brain surgeon or rocket scientist might be easier to say. Just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meteorologist.
You know what I should just do is just toss it casually back over to you.
No, I think you just do it.
You never said. I picked that up. The tag because of the news guy does a tag.
That's right.
I think I would endorse you saying I'm rocket scientist because that's even more impressive.
I'm the rocket scientist regarding weather. Then,
yeah. I know when the rocket should fly. I'm rocket scientist, meteorologist. Great.
I have a weather. I have a niece that calls me a weather teller person.
Well, you're not a weatherman. You're a scientist. You are a scientist. That's science.
Armstrong tells me that for how many years, and I don't know about that.
Well,
I've got people in real science who are chemists and all that call meteorology kind of a junk science. So
I see.
because it just takes up so much. It's that's what they do. I don't know why.
Okay, that's fine. Well, the other day at 2:00, you said chance of snow flurries. At 2:00, I saw a few snow flurries. Okay. So there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Bam. Drop the mic. Bam.
He's accurate for sure.
Oh, good gosh. No, it's to the point of, okay, really?
I can't really drop the mic because it's like people don't realize we're doing this on an iPhone.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you don't want to.
Well, at least the live reports, the recording stuff is on a what is it, Electro Voice? I think so.
Sounds good, man. You got the science and the technology. It's our meteorologist, Greg Sawyer.
See, I can say it that way when I think about it. When the clock's ticking.
No, I got you. All right, talk to me about the weekend. I got the cushions out on the patio. I think I can leave those out, right?
Oh, that's it. It's a kiss of death right there.
That's it.
Oh, snow in April for Easter.
Yeah,
No. Anyway, nice morning out there. Temperatures in the 40s. Actually, the closest rain on a little front that will stop right at the Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio line, generating a few spits and sprinkles there. We've been reading of 45 now in Savoy, 47 at Rantoul, 50 at the Kankakee, 51 at St. Louis, and they're in the mid-50s over at the Brickyard. Yeah, kind of a more or less April, if not almost May feel around here as we head on through this March 20th. Afternoon temperatures expected to top out, let's say about 75, normal high at 52, west-northwest wind and a partly sunny sky. We will welcome in the vernal equinox. So you let it in. Maybe that gentleman can figure that joke out. At 9:46 this morning, 46 on the low for tonight. Tomorrow, up near 80. Thank goodness it's a Saturday because I don't think anybody would turn up on work for Friday. If this were to play out with a high, again, of around 80 and a southwest breeze, it'll keep us in the 50s tomorrow night. We do get a cool front. That one's heading through the lower Michigan area right now. Will drop southward, 76 and dropping to the 60s Sunday afternoon. Maybe a sprinkle early and late. Back in the lower 50s, 52 on Monday. Sunshine, that's more seasonal for the time of year. Another warm up and doing around 60 on Tuesday, 67 on Wednesday. We'll be in the lower 70s next Thursday. Another cool front. Next chance for a shower along about Thursday. Otherwise, we're back and locked into a dry weather pattern, winding out within the past, or at least the last couple of days here of the month of March. I'm rocket scientist Greg Sawyer. Have a fine weekend, one and all.
You're the man. Thank you, Greg. Have a great weekend. ESPN 93.5. Diane and Mike and Aiden have received a cat in their house.
Yes.
And you're excited for a new pet.
Well, no, but that was implied with a Facebook post because I was wondering if, the weather was great yesterday. Thank you, Greg. And we had the garage door up and we're, piddling around and tinkering and getting some things out and, just doing our thing in Tolono. And in the evening, I discovered there's a cat.
How did you know?
Upstairs, because Aiden heard meowing.
Meow!
Yes.
Big, loud meow.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we looked up the staircase, and there was a cat looking, poking his head through the banister.
What was the color of the cat?
I'm not going to say, because if somebody wants it, then I want them to identify what cat has left their property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my Facebook post, I didn't put a description of the cat because I don't want somebody to just say that's mine.
Why would anybody do that?
I don't know. It's
okay.
There was a story of a dog that was lost, and then the person said they had it, and then they wanted a $40 reward at Casey, and they didn't have it, and they wanted to Venmo. People are just weird on animals. Okay. But we have, we discovered it's got into our attic. So I don't know whether we were putting away some Christmas decorations.
First of all, whoever wants it can't catch it anyway, right? I mean, you got to catch the cat.
So
you can't catch things like that very easily.
We do have a person that had a cat cage because they have them out in the country and they like to spade the cat. The cats that they catch in the cat cage.
Those would be called feral cats?
Right.
Okay.
And then if they get neutered, then they kind of dock the ear at the very tip.
Oh.
So they know which ones have been spayed and things like that.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we have a cat cage to capture the cat with some
Then
cat
what do you
food.
do?
And then right now, we'll just release it again in our neighborhood.
Well, then they'll come back into your house.
I mean, we'll be more mindful. But that was the post on Facebook. It was what I was getting to, is this cat distribution system.
Which is what?
A popular tongue-in-cheek internet meme theory suggesting that the universe automatically distribute cats to people who need them and often through unexpected encounters with strays.
Okay, then.
It describes the phenomenon of finding or being chosen by the cat when not actively looking to adopt.
Have you seen any of these social media posts where the pet actually picks the owner?
Right.
They're lined up in chairs and they're sitting and they release like whatever kind of dog, and the dog walks up and down and then jumps on somebody.
Right.
And they start crying because they've been chosen by the dog.
Yeah.
Or did you have a treat in your pocket? I don't know.
Right. You don't know if to believe these videos or not. I know I saw recently that a police handler of a dog and his former canine officer, they had an encounter at a grocery store where they just passed each other, and he knew the police officer, but he wondered if the dog would smell his former master. And sure enough, he did. And that dog started wagging and like got on his back and rubbed my belly. And it was just so sweet that, of course, they remember.
Oh, well, I hope your cat that resolves and everybody's good. There,
yeah, me too. So the cat distribution system of the cat choosing.
Did they pick the Anderson house? Did they?
That's right.
Did they? All right, 8:15.
Ron Pitch from Urban Media Today. What did you guys learn about yourselves, your team, your group tonight that you can help for advance as you advance to the rest of the tournament?
I think just what we saw from tonight is that if we can defend for a whole 40 minutes like how we did, then we have a really good chance of winning games. Because I feel like our offense, will always be on point. Especially when we're getting stops, it sparks our offense because we get out in transition, getting downhill, getting fouled, spraying for threes, things like that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, that's Keaton Wagler on the Illini's 105-70 win over a good, they're all good, a good basketball team in Penn, and we win by 35 points.
He's been 19 for a month and a half. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's
the maturity of this player. And when I saw the post-game interview, the reporter just barely cleared the numbers on the jerseys of our four guys, and Ben Humrickhouse was one of them. Keaton's 6'6", so
tall.
They're just all surrounding her. She has her arm like fully extended.
That's
for that.
Tracy Wolfson. She's the on-court. Look up Tracy Wolfson, who's been doing this a very long time. I don't think she's 5 feet.
Okay.
I think she's like 4'11" or 5, maybe 5'1" in heels.
Right.
I mean, she's
5'2".
Wow, she's that tall.
But I mean,
everybody is so tall in basketball.
With her interviewing somebody who's like nearly 7.
No, I know.
Fully extended arm.
Yeah. No, it was cool because we had, Z was there, Ben was there. They were interviewing David and Keaton, and they said, thanks, guys, for coming. But they just talked to those two. But it was kind of cool because a lot of for the VCU coach. They were putting a towel over his head. The players, and the guy said, and the guy's bald, and he says, "You're messing up my hair." So a great relationship for a player comfortable to do that. So anyway, it's a win. VCU tomorrow night.
That's right, on CBS.
Yeah,
and it's a 6:50 start because the ladies are at 8:30-ish in Nashville taking on Colorado.
6:50, 10 before 7. Illinois VCU. They're going to give us everything we want. I hope we can win because
VCU squeaking one out in North Carolina in overtime, 82-78.
You get a lead. Don't sleep on it. I think VCU's won 18 out of 19.
Right.
So they're hot.
But David getting 29 points and 17 17
Huge.
I thought it was he broke the NCAA tournament, but maybe it was within the Illinois realm.
I think it's tied.
Will Riley did real well on rebounds in the NCAA tournament.
I don't think he got 17.
Okay.
That's a big number.
I know.
All right, two factors, health and wealth, are undeniably intertwined. Both contribute to overall life satisfaction. With the help of Busey Wealth Management, you can navigate both wellness and security, providing the freedom and peace of mind to pursue everything else life has to offer. According to the Employee Benefit Research Institute, a 65-year-old married couple in Medicare with median prescription drug costs would need about $265,000 to have a 90% chance of covering their medical expenses in retirement. How can you plan for a physically and fiscally fit future? Well, eat right, exercise, those things. Schedule an appointment with a doctor before starting a new exercise program. Go to health.gov if you want some tips. But the plan is obviously saving. And save for emergencies, retirements, plans for emergencies, proper insurance, health savings accounts can be a tax advantage account. If you'd like some of this expert advice in developing your long-term wealth plan, schedule a meeting with a member of Busey's wealth management team on Busey.com. With a plan in place, you will be able to enjoy whatever life has to offer with some confidence. Wouldn't that be nice? If you want this, just get hold of Busey Wealth Management. Investment product services not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. All right, let's get our word once again to give you some peace of mind about how nice this weather's going to be with our meteorologist, Greg Solier, 819.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Nice go of it here going forward over the next several days. A surge of spring, if not early summer-like warm. Bit of a cool down expected into early next week, and we'll ramp it up temperature style here to follow. In the meantime, maybe a sprinkle off east of Champaign County here for the next couple of hours. Partly to mostly sunny midday and afternoon. 66 at the high with a light southeast to south breeze. Overnight lows tonight down to 48. Tomorrow springtime clocks in at 9:46 in the morning Central Time, and in a seasonally mild play hooky afternoon type of day, partly sunny at 74. 40s tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, partly cloudy warm. We'll have to 73 on Saturday, 77 on Sunday. Can't rule out a couple of sprinkles coming along morning and afternoon as a cold front comes on by. We'll turn the winds into the north and northeast after 77 on Sunday. We cool to just 48 on Monday, but then back to the 50s Tuesday, 60s Wednesday, low 70s. Next Thursday, a couple of showers at that point as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Crude oil prices are holding in a range as the U.S. takes steps to avert a full-blown energy crisis. Brent crude, the global benchmark, has nudged slightly lower to $107 a barrel. Prices rose to $119 early yesterday before easing. All three major stock market averages are on track to fall for a fourth straight week. Novartis has a deal to buy an experimental breast cancer drug from Innovation Therapeutics. It will pay $3 billion. Google wants to get artificial intelligence into your shopping. Mizuho analyst David Bellinger says Google is developing AI that will help you to find products, provide customer support, and order food at restaurants. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda. Invested in you.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013, 800-444-2013, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-444-2013.
Looking for bold, authentic Mexican flavor right here in Champaign? Head to Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. You'll find fresh, flavorful tacos, loaded burritos, and cheesy quesadillas. Best of all, the prices are perfect for college students and families. Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, a hidden gem for authentic Mexican food in Champaign, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. Or check out the food truck with Moe's Burritos. Check out Moe's Burritos Restaurant on Facebook.
Your home's best defense against uncertain times is an offense that includes Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding can box out bad weather, providing superior protection against the elements. A new front door from Kramer is like the handshake before the game for your guests. Beautiful enough to be welcoming and strong enough to protect your home from foul play. Gutter Helmet is your slam dunk in gutter protection. We guarantee you'll never have to clean your gutters again. All this hoop comes with no harm. Our products are proudly made in the USA and can be financed. Get your home in the game at kramersiding.com.
Would you like to play around? The University of Illinois Golf Course at 800 Hartwell Drive in Savoy is ready for you. Get your season pass and find out about their junior golf program. Check out the bi-weekly videos from the Orange and Blue course on the new YouTube channel. The U of I Golf Course is open to do golf outings for charities you're passionate about. Connect with Mike Wallner and visit uofigolf.com. Cheering on our Illini to go deep in their postseason as we prepare for our bracket challenge at Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right things safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoul on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Attention outdoor enthusiasts, get ready for the 36th Annual Illinois Deer Classic and Illinois Fishing Expo. Join us March 20th through the 22nd at the Peoria Civic Center for the ultimate hunting and fishing experience. Explore hundreds of vendors selling top brands in the outdoor industry. Gear up for the Big Buck Contest and meet fellow hunters and anglers who share your passion. Bring out the family, find deals on gear, get tips from experts, and let the kids cast a line at the Free Kids Fishing Pond. Join us at the Peoria Civic Center for the Illinois Deer Classic, March 20th through the 22nd. See you there.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Yeah, I kind of become a fan of these guys. I really like their music. It's really,
Chicken fry.
Yeah.
Cold beer on Friday night.
Yeah, everybody knows the words, I think.
Mm-hmm. They'd be great at Memorial Stadium if we did some kind of like flashback Farm Aid type concert.
I do it for the first responders.
Or a Champaign County Freedom Celebration.
Yeah, you could do that. Would somebody please give Diane $100,000? Because then you'd have it. You'd be good.
That's what I'll take for this Keaton Wagler shirt right here. They wanted this to be auctioned off, and I kind of forgot about it, but not really. I just don't know how to do this stuff on digital media these days, but it's signed, and it has the 46-point game. In case you'd like to put the camera on me, Steve.
I'm going to put the camera, and you can see we have a few autographs from Campus Inc.
Yes.
And this is a Keaton Wagler. There it is, and shows all the shots he made, mostly from 3. I think he was 9 out of 12 or something that day.
Yeah, it has the Purdue, Illinois score and the date and all the 46 points.
And so he
signed it right up here in the shoulder area.
He's going to be in the NBA draft for sure.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's one we would frame and put up here.
So, you can text the line if you want to give me a couple thousand for a Champaign County Freedom Celebration, and it'll be done. So, is it that easy, Stevie?
Please tell me if it is.
It's extra large.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Campus Eek has given us some signed jerseys and things like that, so we do plan to have a big splash next week. After the Illini win on Saturday.
I hope so. 6:50, 10 before 7. All right, news coming up next. A few more clips from the ball game last night. Illinois advances, and every time you advance, it's huge. It feels good. One more to give us another great week of leading up to a Sweet 16. Got to beat VCU. Virginia Commonwealth is who we're playing.
That's right.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Ambross Sports Bar and Grill. They're down in Villa Grove, and they're, I guess, absolutely a wonderful place to take the family. They're called the Ambra. I think you'll want to go there in Villa Grove.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambra Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambra Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambra Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Would you like to play around? The University of Illinois Golf Course at 800 Hartwell Drive in Savoy is ready for you. Get your season pass and find out about their junior golf program. Check out the bi-weekly videos from the Orange and Blue course on the new YouTube channel. The U of I Golf Course is open to do golf outings for charities you're passionate about. Connect with Mike Wallner and visit uofigolf.com. Cheering on our Illini to go deep in their postseason as we prepare for our bracket challenge at Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hey, go Parkland.
Yeah.
Here in Danville.
Danville Area Community College.
What, Saturday?
NJCAA tonight.
Tonight at 8.
At 8 o'clock.
Okay.
In the semifinals.
This is to go try and win the Division II and NJC.
NJCAA, yeah.
Yeah, Division II. There's like 3 divisions, I think. Anyway, so Parkland's trying to win a national championship. So is DAC.
Yeah. So
Danville
obviously it's in Danville. So they want to pack the Mary Miller's gym tonight.
Okay. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. And go Parkland. 8:30. We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump vows he'll do whatever's necessary to keep the price of oil in check as 7,800 U.S. strikes continue decimating the Iran regime 3 weeks into Operation Epic Fury.
Nobody even shooting at us.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright tells Fox Business.
The market has seen that the United States is going to be very pragmatic here. We have an interruption of oil flows, and we want to fill it every way we can.
Including unfreezing sanctioned Iran oil at sea that will add 2 weeks of supply as the U.S. and allies work to safely open the Strait of Hormuz. Oil down slightly, but gas prices rose another 3 cents. The American family of Jimmy Gracie thanked the world for the kindness and prayers after Spanish police divers recovered the college student's body near the Barcelona nightclub he was last seen on spring break. Say everything points to it being an accidental death. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. University of Illinois Police Department officer facing charges. It follows a reported domestic incident this week. Police say Joseph Cassidy, arrested Sunday in the 2800 block of Prairie Meadow Drive. He's since been released. The case has been referred to the state's attorney's office. Lawmakers in Springfield advancing a bill that would require private insurance plans to cover preventative heart scans for adults 40 and older when recommended by a provider. Sponsors say early detection critical, with heart disease remaining the leading cause of death in Illinois. The bill amended to exclude state employee health plans. Unofficial Illinois primary results show Mahomet voters currently rejecting a proposal to expand the public library with larger children's and teen spaces. Library director says programs for young people continue to outgrow the building, and the board will allow and explore other ways to pursue expansion. That comes up in the future. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hi, this is Butch Patrick, TV's Eddie Munster. Did you know that we were the first green family on TV, even though you saw us in black and white? And did you know that Grandpa Munster was making electricity in the dungeon? Well, now you can make your own electricity with Legacy Solar. And even if you don't have a coffin phone, make sure you pick up your phone and call Walter Pierce at Legacy Solar to get a free green evaluation for solar energy. And I'll send along a piece of Munster's autographed artwork as my gift to you for going green. Just call 217-722-4822 and ask for Walter Pierce.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The National Collegiate Men's Gymnastics Championships, coming to Champaign, Illinois this April. Get your seats at ncaa.com/tickets.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity, delightful spring, if not early summer-like environs expected to build for the next several days. Pretty snappy cool-off, but back to seasonal temperatures for early next week, and another warming trend sets in thereafter. Heading towards a partly sunny morning, a sun-filled afternoon, a sprinkle off east of Champaign County. Afternoon temps top out at around 66 and a bit of a south-southeasterly wind. Mild tonight, down to 48. Tomorrow, springtime, clocks in 9:46 in the morning with an unseasonably mild to warm day with partly to mostly sunny skies and a high up to 74. Cloudiness at 47 tomorrow night. Another partly cloudy, delightfully mild Saturday. Highs up to 73 there. 77 on Sunday. More clouds at times, maybe a couple of sprinkles coming along. We'll turn the winds into the north. Sunday night into Monday. A cool off to more seasonal highs Monday of about 48 degrees, but then ramping back up into the 50s on Tuesday. 60s on Wednesday. Lower 70s and a chance for a couple of showers next Thursday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
All right, final segment of our week. Where does the time go, man?
You know it.
First quarter's about over, so we'll be into April before we know it. Easter
That's on Wednesday, I think, and then the Easter's that coming weekend.
Yep. So there you go. I don't see Jim Nance. I guess, is he doing anything Final Four maybe? He goes from the Final Four game he used to the Masters.
I see.
That's not a bad gig.
Right.
And a lot of pressure because it's got to be done perfectly, and he's done it so long.
Right.
Jim Nance, one of the greatest play-by-play guys.
I can do the golf announcing for sure.
Man, there's a lot of screens
like
and
a whisper.
Throw it out to number 7, and the guy's ready. And yeah, there's a lot to all that. But anyway, it's great to get a win. Illinois beats Penn last night, 105-70.
Yes.
It was way closer in the first half. And, of course, you don't want to be one of those teams. And, there you go, whoa.
Right.
Against you. So we played well.
Which is essentially what happened to Ohio State and Wisconsin.
Man, I'm telling you.
They're not in it anymore.
No, Ohio State lost to TCU by 2, 66-64, and 83-82.
Yep.
And
you called it.
Matt, well, I said that because I didn't understand Wisconsin's bad losses. That's why they weren't way up higher than they were. They were a 5.
They were a 5.
And High Point, again, anybody can be good if you've got a billionaire friend. I mean, you can bring kids to the campus and they'll like it. They'll like High Point. I mean, it's a fancy schmancy place. It's in North Carolina, but nobody really ever heard of them. They've been in the tournament 2 years in a row because they've got good players that they were able to lure to come because of the NIL, like a lot of teams do. Anyway, this Nick Boyd that just pounded us, he went down the lane with Wisconsin down 1 like he does and scored every time against us. And the ball got blocked.
I see.
That was it. They got the ball back, got fouled, game over. Because they're down 1 with the ball with Boyd going down the lane. We've seen that.
High Point's watching the video on Wisconsin, Illinois. And they said, we got to shut him down in the lane.
There you go. But we weren't able to do
us,
it.
High Point.
Well, and he was also 100 out of 100 from the free throw line. He didn't miss.
Man.
Well, 18 for 18. I was crazy. And he got downhill, and he made layups every time. And then they happened to block it. And that's it. That's the difference in a game like that. Because I think Wisconsin played well, but High Point played better and just stayed in the game, and they made threes. And the three-point shot changed everything. Because you just can't come back from 19 like VCU did against North Carolina without a three-point shot. And then they had a guy go absolutely fireball on him, and he made the winning shot with a guy in his face. It wasn't an open look at all. Kind of fading back, boom, three-point.
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm glad we kept the heat on. I mean, we just need to finish the game. 35-point win for us.
Well, just know that VCU's won 17 out of 18, 18 out of 19, whatever it is, and they come back.
Yeah.
They're very quick. They're going to remind you of, I don't know, not a huge team, but their quickness gets to the ball faster. They're quicker than us, I'm pretty sure, but we're a lot bigger. Hopefully we can box out because they're going to be athletic. You know, we've done this.
Yes.
It's not our first rodeo.
Upsetting in North Carolina, 82-78 in overtime. So that game's going to be tomorrow at 6:50 on CBS.
Okay, we got the big channel.
And then we have the women in action against Colorado down in Nashville.
That's got to be on TV somewhere.
8:30.
Is that on TV?
Yeah, I didn't look that up.
I would like to know where to watch Shauna Green. But don't lull yourself into it's an 11 that we're playing for the men.
For sure.
Because, again, Chattanooga was a 13. Austin Peay was a 14. I mean, we have losses that we remember if you've been around long enough. So Chattanooga beat somebody and we're going, yes, we only got a 13. And they came out and went nuts.
Yes.
So remember what I say, hot beats better.
Yeah.
And VCU's playing hot, and they got a really good coach, Phil Martinelli. His dad was next to Juwan Howard on the bench at Michigan for years, and I always thought it was kind of a mentor to kind of help Juwan learn how to coach a college game because he's in the NBA a lot. And so this Phil Martinelli also coached, I can't remember the team, but his dad was cheering pretty loud, and his son's a pretty good coach, man. He's definitely going to be able to get another job if he wants it. And
ESPN 2 for our women.
ESPN Deuce.
Yes.
Go. Well, that'll be good. I'm rooting for Shauna Green and the Fighting Illini get an NCAA win.
Absolutely.
How's Josh Whitman do this?
I don't know.
He's in Greenville. Where are they playing?
We're playing in Nashville, and we're number 7 seed taking on a number 10 seed. Colorado's 22-11. We're 21-11.
I mean, boy, Josh Whitman wants to be both places.
Yes.
He can't. So you got to pick a game.
I mean, can't you take the plane?
Not when they
start out
play
in
the
Greenville.
same time. You're going to watch 10 minutes and then get on a jet. You got to drive to the airport.
You can do a hour of a 6:30 game, 6:50 game. That is a little tight.
No, you got it. No, that's just.
But I'm a proponent of trying to get it all in. I call it double dipping on an event.
Wait for Shauna to win and go to her game, which would be. I don't know.
8:30.
No, what's after this game? If Shauna beats Colorado, what happens?
Oh, gotcha. I haven't chased it.
They play probably Monday. So Josh can stay where he is in Greenville, fly to the Monday game, and join up.
Okay.
And then fly back to if Illinois wins. I think you got to go to Houston if we win. Anyway, VCU is the only game on my schedule.
Okay.
That's all I got. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Alrighty, sports headlines. Illinois beats Penn 105-70.
Yeah.
What about Kylan Boswell? What's he mean to you, Keaton?
Yeah, for me, Kylan's been a really great leader the whole season, ever since I got here. And tonight, he showed it a lot by stepping up and, guarding their best player the whole time. He held them to, 6 points, which is really hard to do. He he made it physical, made it hard for him to get going. And then, Ben, he's a guy that, lifts us all up when, things aren't going as well. He's there for us. He's always telling me to smile out there, have fun with it. And then, he just does all the little things for us, defensively. He always has his hands always in the right spots, getting rebounds.
I thought Ben had some big rebounds and did some good things again last night. Jake Davis hasn't done much lately, so he still starts. But Jake, I don't think, made a basket last night that I can remember. Anyway, he can still shoot it, and the Fighting Illini win 105-70.
Contributions from David and Keaton were huge, but Thomas Slavovicic in the second half, 12 points, 4 rebounds, got him going with some paint touches in the second half, which we hadn't seen a lot of late. Was that an emphasis in the second half, or what was the key to Tommy getting going tonight?
Yeah, I think it was. It started with him defensively. I thought he maybe had his best game defensively that he's had in a while, and then we got him a couple paint touches, took advantage of some coverage stuff that they had. Tommy can score down there, and it's something we do. We don't do it frequently, but we do it when we feel like we've got matchup opportunities. But we score in the paint a lot of different ways. But it was nice to see his 3-ball go. 7 rebounds. It was great to see him because he's so cerebral. What he brings to our team is more than just on a stat sheet.
Right here in the middle.
Brian Teague, Chicago State of Mind. Coach, I want to ask just about Kylan. You obviously talked about the job you did on TJ Power. What specifically did you just see? Was it more of just him just like denying, or just what was it just kind of went into that performance for him tonight?
Yeah, we talked a lot about making his touches hard. We wanted to have some physicality. Kylan's physical. He's very, very good going left. I thought Cam did a really good job. We talked a lot about showing off his ball screens. We did that to kind of disrupt. But again, we limited his attempts. And like I said, he got the one make right before half. And I was more upset with myself because I should have called a quick timeout. I had the timeout.
Brad Underwood after the game. Again, Illinois plays Virginia Commonwealth tomorrow night at 10 before 7 on CBS. Mm-hmm. And it's just, you get into this, game of inches, if I can use a football phrase on basketball. It's just close. It's just the margin is very little between teams. Little things happen. A big thing is, how they're going to call it. They, as long as they're consistent, I don't really care. But Illinois is one of the least fouling teams in America. So if some of that pushing around gets called, it changes the whole dynamic if somebody gets 2 fouls quickly.
Yeah.
Like Kylan was essentially out of the Wisconsin game because the technical, and then they went nose to nose with Nick Boyd, and then got another quick foul, and he was out the rest of the half. So, I mean, it's important how they call it. 05 in the national championship game, James Augustine got 2 quick fouls, changed the whole dynamic of the game. We still had a shot to take the lead with a couple of minutes left from the corner, so we rallied all the way back because we fell behind in 05 to North Carolina in the national title game. But 2 really, really tough calls on James Augustine. Can change the whole thing. So hopefully, let him play. We don't want to see the foul line 100 times. We just want to play, but, be consistent.
Right.
If you're calling it down there in the same push, you got to call it the other side.
So that game's at 6:50. I recommend watching a little of the NCAA tournament on the women's side starting at 6 when number 2 seed Vanderbilt takes on number 15 High Point. On the women's side,
women have
because that's who they would play.
The winner of that game.
Should they win, they'd play on Sunday the 23rd.
See, Vanderbilt must be a high seed. So we're a 7.
Monday the 23rd.
I think Vanderbilt must be a 2 because a 7 would play a 2, I think.
2 versus a 15.
Right, but if they win and we win, it'd be 2 and 7, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay, that matches up. So, and they're playing in their home floor. That's women, the top 4, I think, get a host. And that's not very fair. 8:47. When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's BERGtanksinc.com.
Looking for bold, authentic Mexican flavor right here in Champaign? Head to Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. You'll find fresh, flavorful tacos, loaded burritos, and cheesy quesadillas. Best of all, the prices are perfect for college students and families. Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, a hidden gem for authentic Mexican food in Champaign, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. Or check out the food truck with Moe's Burritos. Check out Moe's Burritos Restaurant on Facebook.
There's a new way to stay connected with the Urbana Park District. Just send a text. Got a question or a comment? Text us and we'll reply within one business day. And now you can follow your interest. Sign up for text alerts about programs, events, and weather updates. Choose as many interests as you'd like. It's quick and easy. Just visit urbanaparks.org and tap Text Us or follow your interest. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Alrighty, so you can check on your poll, your pool that you entered the bracket. You can go to where it is on our StevieJ.com. You check how you're doing. And I forgot to look, but I would think if you're -2, you're doing great. Out of zillions of brackets nationwide, less than 1% still have a perfect bracket after one day. And one of them is my daughter-in-law, Riley Khachaturian.
Is that right?
Perfect. She picked them all.
You're kidding.
So rooting for that one. That's awesome.
Okay.
It's really, unbelievable that anybody, but just one day into it. We've had people, I think.
I'm ranked number 75.
Okay. Well, what's winning? Do you know?
I've got 64 points.
How do we... 2 points a win?
There's a guy, Jeffrey, that has 99 or 140 points.
I don't know how many points we were discussing.
Yeah, I forgot.
Maybe we'll learn our rules of our own game. I didn't do that. So
right. Of course, your picks and how good you are on picking them are worth points. So
yeah.
So congratulations to Jeffrey and Cade and Jared. Jared's a Tolono guy.
All right.
So
the
we're doing
rankings
good.
are out. Yeah, you can go see that at StevieJ.com.
Mm-hmm.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, delightful spring, if not early summer-like environs expected to build for the next several days. Pretty snappy cool-off, but back to seasonal temperatures for early next week, and another warming trend sets in thereafter. Heading towards a partly sunny morning, a sun-filled afternoon, a sprinkle off east of Champaign County. Afternoon temps top out at around 66, and a bit of a south-southeasterly wind. Mild tonight, down to 48. Tomorrow, springtime, clocks in 9:46 in the morning, with an unseasonably mild to warm day with partly to mostly sunny skies and a high up to 74. Cloudiness at 47 tomorrow night. Another partly cloudy, delightfully mild Saturday. Highs up to 73 there. 77 on Sunday. More clouds at times, maybe a couple of sprinkles coming along. We'll turn the winds into the north. Sunday night into Monday. A cool off to more seasonal highs Monday of about 48 degrees, but then ramping back up into the 50s on Tuesday. 60s on Wednesday. Lower 70s and a chance for a couple of showers next Thursday. For StevieJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Lands Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Lands Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Okay, we will sign out of here and be back with you on Monday, God willing.
And say, go Illini.
Yeah, see if we can get to the Sweet 16, which will be a really big deal and a lot of relief. Well, we have the team that can do it. We know that. So
always fun to watch the game at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. Wear your orange and blue out tomorrow and root on the men and women.
Yep, it's cool to have two good teams.
Yeah.
And for the bracket, we're playing for season football tickets.
Yes.
Which will get you at Illinois. And again, this is exciting, really, that people want them.
And I just navigated it at Stevie J. You're right.
People are excited about it.
StevieJay.com. You can navigate what your bracket choices were. And thanks to everybody who stepped up to sponsor. It's been awesome.
Yep. And again, we will have all of our students back. They're coming back, Sunday? And yeah.
Yeah, I hope the spring break has been great.
Yep. It's always a good break. And the town kind of is okay with that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives us a chance to drive around campus. Oh, I didn't know that building was there. It's just real easy to fall behind on all the building development. All right, you got to get outside sometime today. I mean, take advantage of the weekend. Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Looks great.
All right, thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Hey, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. The boys talking more tournament action on the drive this afternoon after 3 with Evan and Curtis. Again, I'm Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed weekend. Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit SarahChampagne.com. That's SERRA Champagne.com.
Rescue workers face death every day, and far too often their families lose them while they're helping you on the road. When you see emergency lights flashing, you must slow down and move over to the far lane. That includes red, blue, and orange lights. If you hit someone on the road, you'll be charged with a felony. That means jail time. Help us keep our families safe when we're out helping yours. When the lights are flashing, use caution passing. Let's all go home safe tonight.
Brought to you by Tapman's Towing.
Tony, the family's in trouble.
What is it, Godfather?
Appliance issues. Cousin Vinny's icebox. It's a whole situation.
They call that a refrigerator now.
Jimmy 2 times can't boil his pasta on the whatchamacallit.
His range?
I'm done doing favors. No more today.
Hey, it's Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
No favors. I'm just here to help.
I'm listening.
Cousin Vinny needs an icebox, or we'll call it a refrigerator. We have stainless steel French doors in stock for next day delivery starting at $15.99.
And Jimmy 2 times has pasta issues.
Gas or electric ranges for Jimmy's pasta starting at $5.99.
What about protection? Our family is all about protection.
We got you covered there as well. Most of our appliances come with a free 10-year protection plan.
Welcome to the family, Paulie.
Thanks. Spaghetti for dinner?
Forget about it.
Wow.
Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Spring is here, and so is that clutter. Ready to clear it out? Call Two Men and a Junk Truck. We make spring cleaning a breeze with fast, friendly junk removal you can count on. Old furniture? Gone. Boxes? Bye-bye. Yard clutter? See ya. We do all the heavy lifting, so you can kick back and enjoy a clean, open space for the season ahead. More room, less stress, and a home you'll love. Starting now. Book today at twomenandajuncktruck.com. Two Men and a Junk Truck. Junk removal made simple.
Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group's Diana Foltz, recipient of Champaign County's Realtor of the Year.
When I see Coldwell Banker, can I expect that from agents? Is that a you philosophy or is that a company philosophy?
We have a great culture in our office. Our culture is one of serving. So I think you'll find that with most of our agents, but it really is a highlight for us to be able to serve our clients well, because we don't want to just sell one house or help them buy one house and never do another deal with them or never talk to them again. We want to be involved in their lives.
Why do you like what you do?
I really enjoy helping either a buyer or seller to get to the next chapter. And they're relying on Reggie and I to help them achieve their next goal.
You're their realtor.
We're their realtor. It's Taylor Foltz team, Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. You can find me on the internet at dianafoltz.com. Cell phone number is 217-840-4133. And my email is diana@dianafoltz.com.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
Come celebrate Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery's anniversary sale. You'll find savings store-wide. The installation is half off Mohawk's waterproof luxury vinyl floors. The installation is free on Mohawk carpet. Get up to $1,000 instant rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors. Plus, buy it all with 2 years free financing. It's the perfect time for those home updates. Don't miss the anniversary sale going on now at Carpet Weavers.
You're listening to WSJ.